What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Trill League Fantasy Football Show. I am your host, the Trill OG Bum B, of course, joined by our illustrious commissioner here, Dub J. Dub J, how you doing this morning, my brother?
Doing pretty good, man.
It is a Christmas Eve morning, so let me put my beanie on and represent for the season. It's also actually kind of on the coolest, a little cold in it, so I don't know if that's just me or not. Man, I think I'm ready for Christmas to be over. Being a grandfather of six grandkids plus 2 kids, I mean, I got to start at 8.
Right.
I start at 8. So, and that don't even count the wife. So I'm just trying to get past Christmas. My card probably won't swipe no more, but we'll see. I'm excited because we are now in the playoffs. We're in the postseason in this league, and I'm sure as some of you, all 7 or 8 of y'all that tune in, remember we had a contentious argument about this league only having 4 teams to qualify for the playoffs. So they put together a vote. The consensus said that they wanted to go into a larger, broader league, which means that because of how late the decision was made, our playoffs started in 16.
Right.
And we'll go into 18, which is what people wanted, is what people voted for. But the commissioner and I both understand that having to field a fantasy football team in week 18 is not exactly what people probably wanted for their final fantasy football week. Should they be in, let's say, the Super Bowl of this league or in that third place playoff game, they're going to have to figure out who is even going to play for them that week. So people that have been doing big things for you this season, as well as big things for their team, if you made it to the playoffs, then probably 9 times out of 10, 2 to 3 players in your league, or as maybe as 5 or 6, are also in the playoffs.
Right.
And they're probably at the top of their divisions, which means that certain players will probably not play week 18. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be something that a lot of people are going to have to figure out. I don't think the waiver wire will be as contentious as it's ever been on that week, because they're going to have to find out who still got a dog in the race.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, in week 18. But we'll save that for the next show. So let's talk about this first week of playoffs in the Trill League. We had 4 championship games, and we had 4 people on the bye week. So the GOAT was on bye, Self-Made Players was on bye, Team Double Dose was on bye, and Blitzmaster Andre was on bye. So in the championship quarterfinals, we had Light Feet Jerry go up against the Middle Fingers, and the Middle Fingers pulled it off. This was a very, very tight game. It started off very strong with Joe Burrow putting up 38, you know what I'm saying? But beyond that, his teams really didn't do too much. St. Brown, of course, had his injury. He only had 9 points. T. Higgins, 14 points, which is a pretty good showing considering the game. Tony Pollard, his bubble kind of burst for that big week he had. He's back down to earth. He did 10 points. Swift, 9 points. McBride, that was the crazy one. McBride got shut down, you know what I'm saying, last week. But, I mean, Atlanta's been trying to figure this out. Atlanta's trying to push this thing through right now. You know what I'm saying? But Drake London wasn't a part of that.
Right.
So Drake London, I think, but they've already said that they were going to try to work him back in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He got a couple of targets, but it's going to take another week or so for him to get back up to top speed. Little did 11 points. But let's talk about this team that Middle Fingers put together. 31 points from Bijan Robinson. You know what I'm saying? That was a big push for him. Bo Nix, short of 20, but good enough. Lab McConkey. See, he had sat Lab McConkey last week. And Lab McConkey finally turned on. So he was like, I got to make sure I put him back in. He got some numbers from there. But here's the one that pushed him through, R.J. Harvey. R.J. Harvey gave him 22 points. R.J. Harvey, who is now getting all the touches as a running back as well as targets, because he works in that way as well, you know what I'm saying, he's been doing more than 17 points, I think, over the last few weeks. So big shout out to R.J. Harvey. I got him in a league where having him doesn't matter anymore, but he's still putting up numbers. I'm trying to hit those high scores. per week. You know what I'm saying? Dicker gave him 10. So big shout out to Middle Fingers, man. You made it through. Much love to Light Feet Jerry. You really did a great turnaround this season, I have to say. You know, you and Mo City Bo, y'all really fought hard to turn y'all seasons around. You made it to the first round of playoffs, but unfortunately the Middle Fingers had just enough to push this thing through. So congratulations on the great season, Light Feet Jerry, but we're going to holler at you. You and your Cowboys go sit down somewhere. And the Middle Fingers, congratulations. We'll see you in the semis, my boy. Now let's see who else made it into the semifinals. Of course, as we just said, you know, Middle Fingers and Mo City Bo put up great seasons this week. Light Feet Jerry put up great seasons. But Go Time Gary, this man is still beasting through 139 to 129. And this one went all the way. This one went all the way. Baker Mayfield, who's still trying to figure this thing out. You know what I'm saying? They really trying to figure this thing out over there. Baker Mayfield, 16.7. Devontae Smith, 16 points. That's about the norm. Ted McMillan, nice way to show up. Gainwell, we talked about this last week, man. People was hating on Gainwell. Gainwell might have been on the bench at some point.
Right, yeah.
In this season in this league. 27 points. Y'all got to do something with this Pittsburgh run game. Y'all got to figure something out because these boys balling. Brock Bowers, you know what I'm saying? We had to try to shut that down. We couldn't shut Genty down.
Yeah, Genty 8.
Genty 8, you know what I'm saying? Chase, 21 points. Great showing up. Hurts, 21. A.J. Brown, 18 points. They won the game, but, you know, they didn't bring enough fantasy points for Mo City Bo to benefit from it. A-Chain, of course, 22 points. Javonte Williams only put up 6 points. Gadsden, who started off strong, had a lot of buzz around his name when he came in, and now he really, over the last couple of weeks, hasn't been doing anything.
Right, yeah.
He hasn't really been showing up. Jameer Gibbs, 20 points, good game for you. You're finally starting to get that back right, but I don't know what the Lions are going to do. Lions going to have to really pick it up over these next couple of weeks. And man, the 19 points from New Orleans. New Orleans has been showing up over the last couple of weeks on both sides of the ball. The defense is stepping up, and man, Shock is looking amazing right now this season. So congratulations, Go Time Gary. Maybe we'll get you on the horn next week. I've been trying to get Gary on the horn. But he's a busy man. He's a busy man. You know what I'm saying? But make some time for the league if you can. Just make some time. One call. Make it short. 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. You know, nice, quick little 30-minute phone call. That's all we need. But congratulations, Gary. We'll see you in the semifinals. Man, Killer Bees versus Dub J. Dub J, this was a tight fit for you, my brother.
Yeah, very, very tight.
It's a very tight fit. And this went down again. This went down literally to the last minutes.
Yes,
in this game for you to pull this out.
Yeah, and Purdy came through for me. Purdy and Jennings.
Yes.
They definitely scored enough points to get me by the skin of my teeth.
At one point, what was the lowest you were down? How many points were you down at one point?
I was down by 50 points.
Wow.
Yeah, 50 points and pulled it off. 38 from Purdy, 18 from Jennings. I pulled it off. And
this is crazy because Killer Bees put together a nice little lineup. You know what I'm saying? They got 32 out of his namesake, Chase Brown. Right. Got 23 out of Prescott. Lamb kind of, didn't show up. And he's got Mooney because, again, he waited way too late to start trying to work the waiver wire. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't much left for him. Aaron Jones, of course, always going to have some kind of injury designation on him. He's been playing through injuries most of the season. Barner was a good pickup. Barner gave him 15. Nice Seattle tight end pickup right there. But Green Bay left him hanging. He got nothing from Green Bay. While you got 6 from Jacksonville, which I expected Jacksonville to do a little bit better because they put so many numbers on the board, but you can't stop Denver from scoring at one point or another. Bo Nix is going to find a jig for somebody, put them numbers on the board. But congratulations. Now, we talked about this also off camera, that because the playoffs have started, right? No one that isn't participating actively in the playoffs, right, is getting credit for their wins. Right.
You
know what I'm saying? But we will make note.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because not only did the commissioner get a win this week, but your boy got a win this week. You know what I'm saying? I was very proud of myself for pulling this off. You know what I'm saying? So late in the season. I feel like all wins count, whether or not Yahoo app wants to add them up or not. I'm gonna take note of this. I had a really good win against Big Perk. I don't know what Perk was thinking. Perk had the nerve to send some little funny, weird comments my way or whatever. Boy, you should have known. You should have known. Just because you had DJ Moore, man, that wasn't nothing. You lucked off getting that 25 from him and then Stephon Diggs. It was check day for him. You know, he's been trying to get them yards and get them completions to get those extra incentives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he might have hit two of them for about 200 racks. So you benefited off of that. But after that, man, you know, 8 points from Brees Hall, 2 points from Jordan Mason, 5 points barely from Cooper Kupp, man. You couldn't really deal with the pressure. Saquon Barkley gave me 25 points. James Cook, the third, baby, 32 points. James Cook was cooking for you, boy.
Yeah, he could.
You know what I'm saying? Too late. Too little, too late. But I'll take it to whoop Perk. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really benefit me as far as the grandstanding in these leagues go. But I'll take what I can get. And I got 12 points from my kicker, man. So I kind of pulled it through. On that one. So I'll be seeing actually, and I think he's here. I don't know where he went. I saw him in the hallway somewhere.
Perk?
No. Team Double Dose. Team Double Dose is in the building.
Yeah, there he is. He outside.
If you see him, wave him down, or is he playing on his phone?
Yeah, he on his phone.
He over there working on his lineup right now. So, but we'll bring him in a minute because that's who I have to face this week. You know what I'm saying? So we'll start with the lower matchups and then we'll work our way up to the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? So this week I have Team Double Dose. I don't look forward to this. Because, you know, he's got that two-piece over there with Stafford and Nakua.
Right.
And they can go anywhere from 40 to 65, 70 points between the two of them.
Right.
That alone will put you out of even being in a place to do. I'm already 35% chance of winning against him just off the projections. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to reset my lineup. I'm going to pull a Mo City Bowl. I'm going to wait till Sunday and pull my lineup. Do I have anybody on Thursday night? I don't think so. So I can wait. I can play the long game with him. But, of course, he's Stafford, Nakua, Jameson Williams, who's really been turning it on this time of year. Kenneth Walker, the third. Stevenson, that's give or take sometime. Pitts. Atlanta's trying to push it through, but they got to play the Rams. So he's going to eat on both sides of that game on Monday night. So I'm going to have to really try to push it through. Pickens has really been actually trying to play football, not getting in his feelings when he don't get calls his way. So, unfortunately, they don't look good for your boy. Drake May, Brian Thomas Jr., I'm going to figure that position out. I don't know if he's going to stay there. Watson, you know, I just need him to stay healthy in the game and be able to play through the whole game, and I should be able to get some action from him. Etienne Jr. been eating. I think he's going to go crazy against the Colts. I think Barkley's going to have a little trouble against Buffalo. If they playing in Buffalo, he'll probably have a snow game. Right. This time of year. Dalton Schultz, he got a questionable tag on him, but Dalton's gonna play. I'm very certain that Dalton Schultz is gonna play, and he's one of the top rated tight ends right now. I think he might be in the top 3. So I need him to come through and cook. I need you to cook again, baby. I need you to cook again for me against this team because it don't look good for the Trill OG. Commissioner, you have Blitzmaster Andre, and you guys are evenly tied right now. Purdy versus Goff. It's going to be interesting. Goff's got to throw against the Vikings. It's not been looking good.
Right. And we going against Chicago, so I don't know. They got a good defense. So
we got a pretty good defense. We weren't playing, and I say we because he was my quarterback in a couple of leagues. We weren't playing up to our ability, but they're starting to turn it around now. These last 2 games, everybody's been trying to bring their A game to the table. Caleb is playing bananas right now, but we'll see that. McLaurin versus Flowers. Flowers had a good week. We got to see if your boy going to play this week?
I don't believe he going to play.
You don't think he's going to play?
No, I don't think they going to play. He going to try and push through. I know it was a back injury, but we'll see, as the days go by.
Yeah, no, I don't see the point of wasting, putting your quarterback in that position. If they have really nothing to play for, just, put their backups in and let it be what it's going to be. Like Washington, you know what I'm saying? McLaurin is playing. He's going to do what he can do. I think they'll throw the ball around a lot on Thursday for Christmas. Deebo Samuel's he's been non-existent the last couple of weeks, so we'll see what go with that. Josh Jacobs. Do you think Josh Jacobs will play, or will they put Wilson in? Because they gave Wilson a lot of touches
Yeah,
last week. And even LaFleur is trying to say that we just want to see what Wilson has.
right.
You
Well,
know,
no,
and they got a Thursday night game.
ever since Jacob had that fumble, that's what got him up out of there.
Right.
And I think they just put that questionable, knee injury just to, solidify the situation of benching him.
I don't know. Do you think they will actively bench Josh Jacobs?
I don't think they'll bench him, but they'll just give him less touches.
That's what they did. That's what they did in that game.
I think they'll do that going forward,
But like you say, they say this reason and that reason. We know it's because of the fumble. So we'll see what happens in these practices through the week. Derrick Henry, talking about fumbles.
Yep, did it again.
And now with the quarterback not being in, they're going to rely on him even more. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. They playing the Packers. Packers defense been slipping week by week. They have not been tightening it up. They've been kind of slacking a little bit. So we will see. Jordan, did you start Jordan last week?
Yes, sir.
Jordan gave you, 10, 11 points last week?
Last week, he gave me about 10 points.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. If you got to put somebody in, that's a good percentage. You know what I'm saying? Anything over 8 points, I think if you got to stream somebody is pretty good.
Right.
You're going up against Warren, and Warren ate last week.
Yeah, he did.
He ate last week, and they're going against Cleveland, so it'll be a little bit harder for him to play against them. And then these Chargers, man, these Texans playing these Chargers, we got to put numbers on the board because Herbert went dumb last week.
Right.
And we got to play them there. So we got to pick this up a little bit. Loveland, I mean, that's a boom or bust type of thing. But Andrews been getting that rock.
Yeah, he has.
Andrews been getting that rock. Pearsall, he's going to have to. This lineup ain't set. I don't believe he's going to try to start Pearsall this week. But I know you starting Jennings.
No, I'm starting Jennings. But my lineup, I haven't even messed with it yet. But I don't even think I'm gonna start Jacob. I mean, at this point, I'm playing with house money.
Right, so you can play with some things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take some chances, which is what I did last week by starting Jordan, over Marks. But then once they said for sure Marks wasn't going to play, that's a no-brainer. But putting in Loveland, that was just throw it out there, see what happens. So.
And then I guess this would be the toilet bowl in our league for 11th place. Big Perk versus Killer Bees. Perk doesn't even have a lineup set right now, so it's very hard to talk about what he's doing. He's probably going to start DJ Moore again, Diggs again.
Right.
I don't see any other person to start over Brees Hall because Vidal is hurt, and that's pretty much all he's got.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a backup quarterback.
Yeah, so Perk might just be throwing the baby out with the kitchen sink at this point. The Killer Bee, who hadn't started a lineup for a long time, I don't want to say a long time, but a significant amount of games, is now actively in setting his lineup, doing his thing. I don't think he wanted to lose the toilet bowl. I don't think Chase B wants to lose the toilet bowl at all. I think he wished that he would have been in a better position to present a better version of his team this year. Next year will hopefully be a little bit better, but that's like, I can't really say because I don't see Travis Scott becoming less popular next year. I don't see them touring less next year. So we will see about that. So Killer Bees, man, commend you for actively starting your lineup, but a little bit too late. And Perk, I put you where I needed to put you, right there where you deserve to be, in the toilet bowl, baby. Enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? All right, now let's get to some of these playoff games. Our 5th place playoff game, the two people that lost in the quarters, Light Feet Jerry versus Mo City Bo. And I don't know, man, this might be somewhat of a path of redemption. Both of y'all put up really strong efforts to turn y'all season around. Both of y'all, you know what I'm saying, actively competed to try to make it into the big four, but you couldn't. But that's all right. I think we still get a good game out of y'all. I think y'all both are still going to present a good game. You got Burrow versus Hurts. Hurts is playing in Buffalo, like we talked about earlier, so we're going to see about that. Burrow playing at home against the Cardinals, whose defense is not as strong as it could be. So Burrow probably will eat this week. St. Brown, we still got to see if St. Brown even going to play tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? He's got that injury over there, whereas AJ will definitely be in the game. Waddle and Achane for Mo City Bowl will probably show up because Tampa Bay still ain't got it figured out Yeah, T. Higgins, again, he'll be playing in Arizona, and Tony Pollard will be playing against New Orleans. So all that eating you did 2 weeks ago, last week didn't do you any good, and this week doesn't look any better, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You got Swift, and Swift is playing against San Francisco. He can put numbers on San Francisco's defense, you know what I'm saying? But he's going against Jahmyr Gibbs, who's playing Thursday night football against the Vikings. Good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? And I mean good luck with that. Gibbs will do okay against the Vikings. He'll do okay. But I don't see him doing his normal 20, 25 points.
I don't know. I kind of beg to differ. Only reason I say that because McCarthy not playing, so they basically just gonna be running the ball. Once
This
they
is
up,
true.
just hand it off. Ain't no need for Goff to actually, put up that many numbers.
Who's going to start if it's not McCarthy?
That's a good question. I don't even know they have as backup. I know McCarthy was out for a while, so
Right.
I know they have somebody in place. So I could be wrong. That guy does have a little bit of chemistry with the team. So we'll see how it goes.
That's a good catch. Good catch, Kamish. All right, McBride against the Bengals. Bengals defense, I don't think they can stop him from eating. I think he's going to do okay against the Bengals defense. Ain't no joke by any means, but I think McBride's going to get what McBride gets. Versus Ty Johnson, that's a wrap. New York is a wrap right now. I don't even know who's going to start. Do you think they start Dart again this week?
I doubt it. Just rest them up a little bit.
Yeah, man. You got a couple of nice, promising rookie quarterbacks that are banged up right now. Just let them rest and let them be prepared to come back top of the year, next season, be ready to really play some good football and put their teams in position to get to the big game. But right now, just rest them boys up. Speaking of resting boys up, Drake London, they put Drake London back in. He didn't look his normal self.
Yeah.
That's another kid that I think they should really rest. They got no dog and no race right now. They just put, don't wait till week 18. You know what I'm saying? Playing these people, and then one of these dudes get hurt again because you started them in week 17 for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And you're playing against the Rams. Don't subject that man to that defense.
Yeah,
Bucky Irvin, close out the year with a bang. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of injury time going. Came back. You're still trying to get your feet up under you. The Bucks just can't get it done this year. You know what I'm saying? Take some time in the offseason, rest up, rehab, work out, strengthen yourself. You know what I'm saying? Condition yourself and be ready to present next year. McPherson versus Little, they're both pretty good kickers. Seattle versus New Orleans, those are both really good defenses. So good luck to both of you guys in the 5th place race. All right, let's get to these semifinals. Go time Gary versus self-made player. First of all, self-made's got to figure out who's going to throw the ball for him. If he doesn't go with Lamar Jackson, because if Lamar is healthy, he's going to start him.
Right. He got Herbert back there.
But he got Herbert. That's the thing.
Against that Houston defense, so, I don't know if he gonna be able to put them numbers up like that. Y'all got a tough defense.
He's gonna put some numbers up there. He's gonna get some things done, but I don't know if that's the kind of performance he's looking for. But he's playing against Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? So they're still trying to work some things out. Justin Jefferson against Detroit. Is this the week? No. Not at all. I mean, I feel bad for this brother because you're talking about potentially the top talent in the NFL at the position, and his entire season was just wasted this year. Like, just a waste of a talent. You know what I'm saying? Devontae Smith against Buffalo. That's going to be an interesting game. The weather's going to determine a lot of how that goes, man. And Jigba, he should eat against the Panthers. Panthers not a bullshit defense at all, but he's going to eat. Yeah. He's going to eat, as well as Genty. Genty is going to eat as well. If he could eat against the Texans, which really kind of let me down.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, they let me down. They let him eat like that. He's going against the Giants this week. So if you think he hit the buffet and got some extra plays last week, let's see what he does this week. I would be heartbroken if the Giants hold him to less yards than we did at this point. You know what I'm saying? Kyron Williams, he's been doing okay. I think he'll do good against Atlanta's defense. I think he'll do okay. Gainwell against Cleveland. The Gainwell has been eating. I don't know what he can do against this Browns defense. I don't know what that front is going to let him do so much. But if he can get past that front, he could probably go. You know what I'm saying? He's a fast dude. Hampton. Is Hampton going to play? Yes, he is. Is Hampton going to eat? No, he's not. No, he is not. I do not think Hampton can get much done versus that Texas defense. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Juwan Johnson doing great right now, playing amazing. That whole team is playing amazing. Going against Brock Bowers, who's playing against the Giants.
Right. Yeah, and he has an injury, so.
And it's a bad injury.
Right.
Like, I don't think he's going to play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, I don't know if he's going to play. So, and he got Hawkins on the bench. I don't think Hawkins is going to play. Oh, he's got Fannin Jr.
Right.
He's got Fannin Jr. down there.
Be a good plug in.
So he should do okay. Chase versus Wilson. Wilson, and I started Wilson, of course, as well in other leagues, but Wilson dropped a little bit because Harrison Jr. came in. He's got a split with Harrison Jr. and he's got a split with McBride. So I'm not sure what Wilson does this week. So I wish you the best. Bates versus Myers. Myers been kicking like crazy. Bates also is doing okay. But the Bengals defense versus the Broncos defense. That might be a little bit of edge for your self-made player. So I will be watching. I will be watching to see what you do with this lineup and see what you present because you got Thursday games. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to start figuring some things out. I wish you guys the best in your semifinals on your way to trying to make it to the Super Bowl. And last but not least, the mighty middle fingers versus the GOAT. Versus the GOAT. This is the game, y'all. I think this might be the game. I think the winner of this game might take it all.
I think so.
But they got to win this game. GOAT, your quarterback is listed as questionable, but we all know Josh Allen is playing.
Definitely. Chris
Olave been going crazy.
Yeah.
Sutton doing okay against Kansas City defense. He might do a little bit better than he's been doing. Jonathan Taylor, I don't know what to say. I'll be very honest. Jonathan Taylor in this league carried you through this season, for sure. Between him and Allen, they carried you through this season. But I don't see Jonathan Taylor doing much without a legitimate quarterback back there.
And
you know what I'm
going
saying?
against that Jacksonville defense, yeah.
I just don't really see how you can get past it. Bo Nix should be able to throw against this Kansas City defense. Yeah. Larry McConkey will be doing what he can do. I'll be surprised if Pierce can do this week against the Jags defense what he got away with last week. This may be the week where somebody really, really gets to old man Rivers.
Right.
I think this is the week. And I would really hope they get to him, and not to hurt him or anything, but just make him realize this ain't what he need to be doing at this age. Because if he get here, if the Colts come here to Houston next weekend in the year of 2026 and bring old man River up against this Texans defense, it's going to be a problem, bro.
I wish he stayed retired.
Hunter and Anderson Jr. over here, I don't feel good for old man. I don't feel good for no quarterback right now. But old man River, I wouldn't feel for you at all. Bijan Robinson, of course, middle fingers, they would give you some points. R.J. Harvey, I think, should be able to get some action going. Tyler Warren, that remains to be seen because, of course, he has no real quarterback to really get him to rock. McCaffrey, Lord have mercy, against Chicago, I think McCaffrey's going to do some damage.
Yeah, definitely.
I think McCaffrey's going to do some damage. George Kittle is not. I saw Kittle walking after the game. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth. He did not look like he was severely debilitated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I got a feeling Kittle's a tough dude. I got a feeling George Kittle plays this week.
Right.
I got a feeling he plays this week. Brandon Aubrey, of course, the first man to play in FIFA and the NFL, doing numbers in the league versus Dicker. Dicker, of course. Dicker's number one, right? Dicker might be the number one kicker.
Aubrey's
number one. Dicker's two.
Aubrey. Yeah,
Dicker's two. If he's not one, he's two. And then New England's defense versus Tampa Bay, I give it to New England. I don't know, man. He hasn't put in who he's going to put in on the flex. He's got a couple of options over there. He may even switch his. No, he ain't going to switch his defense.
No, he lost that Metcalf, so he trying to figure it out. I think he'll go with Ferguson. That'd be his best bet.
Thursday night game.
Yep.
Try your luck, go. Try your luck, middle fingers.
Let's go start it off.
Middle fingers, I wish you luck in this game. I brought you to this league. I thought you could do something. You made it this far. He brought the GOAT to this league. He thought the GOAT could do something. And here you brothers are. Don't let us down. And on that note, man, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Of course, Commissioner, do you have any questions for the people? Because I always cut him off. I said, for Christmas, I'm going to politely hand the microphone to him and allow him to ask you guys for some questions. Do you have any questions to ask the people?
Just a minor question of who y'all think will win. The last lineup he just spoke on, middle fingers versus GOAT, is the guy that he brought in going to pull it off, or the guy that I brought in go pull it off? Which one y'all think go pull it off?
It's going to be a rough one. It's going to be a rough one. And self-made player, the Don himself, you talk big. You made it here. It's time to show up, my boy Gary. Been silent but deadly all seasons. I cannot wait to see who wins these semifinals and makes it to the Super Bowl in the Trill League. Until next week, make sure you set your lineups. God bless everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy New Year to everybody. We'll see you guys next year. Will we see them next year? We'll see you right before next year.
We'll see them next year because we got the playoffs, week 18.
Okay, so yeah, we'll see you guys next year. Yep. Keep it Trill.